So MAGGRAT ZAYDA with mages has been meta for a while. So I know this video a bit late, but I suppose it's better late than never. So in today's video, we're going to be going over what makes MAGGRAT ZAYDA with mages so good. I'm going to be giving you the best build for it, the best way to utilize it, and the best warp head that you can use in order to maximize the value of this march. What is up, guys? Meower here, back with a brand new Call of Dragons video. So Magritte Zeta with mages, or mainly Celestials, or any mages in general, has been making waves in the community and the current meta and what's ongoing. And is it actually good? Is it actually bad? Well, in today's video, we're going to be going over this March, its buffs, its pros, its cons, and everything in between. So, with that being said, if you be sure to drop the like, don't forget to subscribe, and let's get started. So, what makes this March function so well? Well, there are two main things. Number one is, of course, Magret's big hit every time, which, of course, when you awaken her, it hits like an absolute truck, 500% normal attack damage. So that's number one. And number two, the stacking from Zeta also helps out. So you don't really lose out on any value from mages at all when you use it, especially when you run it with Celestials, or in my case, I'll be showing it off with the Satyr Witches. So Satyr Witches attack is incredibly high, and it also has a boost that gives itself and the friendly legion 20% more attack every 3 seconds. So this stacks for 15 seconds, and you can always have it uptime if you are playing a bit solo. So it's always worthwhile to keep an eye out on these buffs. Also, the attack difference between mages and archers is not so far behind. It's roughly like 150 base damage difference. So you're not really missing out on that much DPS if you run it, because you get a hold of higher range, which ultimately is the reason why you even run this. You get a hold of higher range, you have insane damage and synergy, and also you have a specialized tree for it. So this tree is pretty much what I would be running if you were to run Magritte Zeta with any form of mages whatsoever. The tree would go as follows. You go for overall attack, overall speed, overall HP, followed by arrow of precision, and then you go semi all in the precision tree, followed by a couple of points here, right here in the garrison tree. So you go for overall attack, you go for adrenaline rush for even more attack damage, you go for strengthened weaponry because you don't really care about hero skill damage. You can go for whirlwind, but in this case we should actually go for invincible. So I'm just gonna redo this entire thing right here. Gonna go for right here. Gonna go for precision. Gonna go for adrenaline rush. We're gonna go for strength and weaponry. We're gonna go for invincible. We're gonna go for cool under pressure. We're gonna go for intrepid. We're gonna go for unstoppable. We're gonna put 1 point in dedication. And finally, you have two options. You can either go for Mighty Slash or you can go for Mark of War. Personally, I prefer Mark of War, but Mighty Slash is just as good, anyways. And then you tend to double dip into the precision tree to get that extra march speed. You go for overall health here and you go for overall attack. And the last point, you just get egoism. You can The reason why you don't pick up anything from marksman, because every single thing here is tailored towards marksman specifically, so you'd be wasting points, and not everything in this tree either is as good. You're better off just picking up the extra HP and the extra attack, which in turn would synergize with your march to deal even more damage. As for the artifact that I would run, you have two main options. You have Phoenix Eye, which is a very generalist mage artifact. You can go for Breath of Gigantus, which has insane synergy as well because you inflict a defense break, and then that defense break you can utilize in order to do more damage, in turn getting you more merits and benefiting your entire alliance as well. You can also go for Tear of Arbon for the extra healing, and that healing will in turn increase the chances of you proccing this skill right here to get that extra 40% attack bonus, which in turn will translate to even more damage. Now, I've heard some people tend to run MAGGRAT Husk. I personally do not like MAGGRAT Husk in general. I feel like it's a waste because you don't really have any rage generation in your build, so you're better off not wasting Husk in it. And if anything, just run Husk and Aura this season. He's pretty good right now, and instead keep MAGGRAT with ZAYDA for the extra synergy together and the overall extra damage they deal that will in turn translate to even more merits. As for the Warped, there are some Warped recommendations, but me personally, I have found that the Ice Lizard is actually one of the best pets for this build. And the reason for that is as follows. Well, number one, the Ice Lizard will work completely fine. The Ice Core will work completely fine after, I think, every 10 turns it will cast. If I remember the battle report correctly, it inflicts a slow, deals increased damage, and overall, it will not tie with your rage cycling and slow it down like it normally does. Plus, it can go up to AoE, and overall, Ice Lizard is not really a bad pet to begin with. Now, I read that some people also said that you can go for the Sapphire Phaedrake, but personally, I don't think you should do it. Well, because you don't really have access or any way possible to stack Intense Flame Bloom because you don't inflict Scorch, you don't inflict Freeze, and you don't inflict Ensnare. So there's no point going with a gimped pet. If anything, you should go for the Ice Lizard even more because the extra CC will help you because this March doesn't really have any form of utility. So having that extra utility come from the Ice Lizard will actually benefit you and your allies even more because that extra 15% slow can make a difference between catching someone off guard and just letting them slip away. So all in all, this March, I haven't used it that much to be honest because I still love my archers and I still would rather go for archers than, you know, embrace any cheesy build or anything of the sorts. But it's definitely worth checking out and worth trying out. And it's overall a really cool build in general. Like I haven't tested it again, but I still prefer Archers personally, but definitely worth checking out, definitely worth trying out. As for its mastery, since this season is coming to an end and you're probably not going to be getting the same mastery skills as I am, I always recommend stuff that increase either attack, increase your HP, increase your march speed, or increase just, raw stats in general. So you got stuff like Indus, that would work pretty well. You got stuff like Provocation from Kinara that deals an extra 20% more normal attack that will in turn scale harder on Magret and ZAYDA and, start a little snowball effect here and there. So, all in all, you have a lot of options that you can try out. For next season, I will wait and see what skills that I'm getting for next season, and then maybe I could update the guides for the mastery skills and whatever. But for now, I think that's pretty much everything that you need to know about running Magret Zeta with mages in general, not just Celestials. It can work with the Wilderbrick faction as well. However, it's not recommended with the Spring Wardens because the Spring Wardens are pretty pee pee poo poo. And I think that's pretty much everything. We've covered everything that you need to know about the Magret Zeta Celestial or Mage build in general. What do you guys think? Do you like this build? Have you tried it? Did you get good results? Let me know in the comments down below or join the Discord and let me know. Tag me there. I would always love to have some conversations with you guys. And of course, we do have an account coaching section in there as well if you want to get your account reviewed and just feel if you feel lost, you feel like you want some help, you feel like there are some places that you want to improve on, feel free to post there, tag me, I'll check it out, I'll help you out. But other than that, I think that's pretty much everything. Well, I hope you guys like this video, and if you like content like this, please be sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe, join the Discord, the link is in the description. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Meow meow! If you enjoyed this video, click here to watch the next video. Oh, meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow. Meow, 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 meow.